Are you suffering with a loss of flexibility or limited mobility? Hi, I'm Jen, and I invented a new way to use the fitness pole called Polistic Pole Yoga 52 poses all on the ground that can greatly help you increase your flexibility. Lack of flexibility can lead to back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, leg pain. Pain all over your body can be caused by limited mobility and flexibility. Today, I'm going to show you how you can use the yoga pole right in your own space to increase your flexibility and mobility and heal that pain that's in your body. If you're a mom and you're trying to repair your body from having babies, this practice can greatly help you. Today, I'm going to show you how you can use the yoga pole in just a few minutes to increase flexibility, open up your hips and your shoulders, better your posture. That's going to help you feel better right now in the moment. This is only going to take a few minutes. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so the next tutorial I post, you get notified right away. Okay, let's get started at the pole now. Anytime we come to the pole, we're going to start in home pose. We hold the pole between our heart chakra and our throat chakra, keeping the spine aligned. That's the most important thing, is proper spine structure in Polistic Pole Yoga. Good. Now we're going to come into center pose. You bring your feet straight to the pole, reach all the way up, slide down, and then gently bend the elbows. And then we're going to sway back and forth, side to side, just opening up those hips. Breathing. Now we're going to come into snake pose. So you're going to put your left foot to the pole, right foot around, pointing that toe, hands on the hips. And then once your hips are square, we're going to bring them up, ears in line with the biceps. And the further back you go, the more you're going to shake, the more it's going to pull here and open up that hip to the front. And you're going to hear me say often, we shake, not ache. In snake pose, we're not reaching forward and we're not looking up, keeping that spine straight and the head straight on. Breathing, switch, right foot down, left foot around. In Polistic Pole Yoga, we do both sides equally, and we hold for at least 12 counts or 3 deep breaths. Breathing, pointing that toe. And the pole theory says what we do to one side, we do to the other. When we go up, we go down. So now we're going to go down. Deep breath, exhale, forward fold. Bringing the back of the head to the back of the pole. In forward fold, you can come up on your tippy toes, you can bring your hands up like a runner, or you can hold down, even if you can just come here. You want to push yourself down so that you're really feeling that stretch back here on the back of your legs. Breathing. With every pose, we want to go to our maximum ability. And that's different for everyone. Taking a deep breath and exhaling, coming up, forward table. We're pulling back on those shoulders, working on this shoulder mobility. In Polistic Yoga, you're going to get more flexible all over. Breathing. Good. Now we're going to come into reverse star pose. So the feet are going to be shoulder width apart, left hand down at the root chakra, right hand up with the thumbs down on the crown chakra, dropping the pelvis down, ears in line with the biceps. Breathing. Always breathing through these poses. Dropping that pelvis down, and if it's too much, you can bring your feet closer together. But the further you go down, the more it's going to stretch those hips. Switching. Remember, what we do to one side, we do to the other. Switching, bringing that right hand down. Breathing, bringing that chin up gently. Good. Now we're going to come into hero pose. So you're going to stand femur length away from the pole, bringing the leg up. And now the foot, it doesn't need to be dangling. It needs to be up, coming over. Dropping down and over, breathing. Deep breath in, exhale. Now in hero, you can either hold here, you can come down here. It's all about keeping this bottom in line with the pole. We're opening the hip. So you don't want the bottom to be pushed back here and your chest to be pushed up here. So if you can only do it here, it's all about form. Breathing. Good, coming into half moon. Breathing, keeping the ears aligned with the biceps, half moon, thumbs are together, reaching over. Good job. Both the feet are right next to the pole. Good. Now we're going to come to the other side. Hero pose on the other side, coming over. Breathing. And again, holding where you feel comfortable in hero. We're opening these hips, stretching the shoulders, opening. Good. Coming into half moon. And you can use this little mini session if you've been sitting or doing anything repetitive. If you've been driving a lot, you've been doing any sort of work where you're in the same motion over and over and over. Good, now we're gonna come into full moon pose. Feet are shoulder width apart, dropping that pelvis down, bending those elbows, pushing the pelvis down, and then if you would like, you can add this little variation of swaying. We're going to sway side to side here. Breathing. Breathing. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to come down, sitting down to the ground. Now we're in forward sitting lotus pose. We're going to keep those knees pressed down, and you're going to be pulling yourself straight up. So the spine is straight up in alignment, and you can even take and butterfly those legs up and down. And that's going to open these hips. Breathing. Remember to always be breathing. Good. Now we're going to lay all the way down, coming down into laying square, pointing those toes. Breathing, taking those big deep breaths. Good. Now we're going to put the right foot down, left foot up. And there's two ways you can do this. If you can grab the pole, we're going to lean up to the pole. If you can't grab the pole, first you're going to bring the right leg up, pointing the toe. And it's not all the way up. You want to bring it up where you're feeling that resistance. And if you can't grab the pole, you're going to grab your thigh, and you're not going to lead with your chin down to your chest. You're going to lead with your chin up to your knee. You're going to bend those elbows, keeping the shoulders down. If you can stay here, that's great. Or if you can come all the way up, you're going to grab the pole behind your knee. Breathing, bending those elbows. This is scissors pose. And if you want to add a little variation, you can take that right foot up and down. Breathing. Then we're going to come the right foot up, left foot down. Breathing. And you can again bounce that left foot up and down. If you can't come all the way up, that's fine. Breathing, coming into bridge pose, both feet down, bringing that bottom up, grabbing the pole. And now you can come on your tippy toes, and we're going to add this variation, bringing the bottom down, right foot up. Breathing. Breathing. Good. Left foot up, right foot down. Breathing. Breathing. Good. Now we're going to come into forward shoulder stand, bringing both feet up, pressing that pelvis to the wall behind you, keeping that chin out of the chest. Breathing. Then we're going to come into rectangle pose, again, keeping that chin out of the chest. Breathing, right foot up into unicorn. The leg is straight parallel with the pole, and you're pointing that toe. And then on the exhale, we're going to come down into plow. You can either touch that toe to the ground, or you can just bring it anywhere over the head that you feel comfortable, pointing that toe, breathing. And if you're bringing it down to the ground and you notice your knees are coming all the way open, don't do that. Bring it back up so that your knees are straight. We're not wanting to pull a muscle here. It's going to increase your flexibility the more you do it. Switch. And sometimes in your cycle, especially women who are still menstruating, you might find that sometimes it's really easy, sometimes it's hard. If you're heavy on your flow, do not do unicorn or plow pose. Coming back down. In Polistic Pole Yoga, we honor our cycles. Breathing, coming back down into laying lotus. And as you can see, all of these poses that we've done today can be modified for just about anybody at any ability or size. Deep breath in. Exhaling, keeping that chin parallel to the pole. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in, exhale. Now we're going to come up into V pose. So feet on the floor, coming up, holding the pole between your knees, coming up on the bum, pointing the toes, bringing the elbows up, dropping the shoulders, breathing. And here you can either bicycle or you can swim those feet. Either one, or you can just hold. Good. Now we're going to come into forward sitting lotus pose one more time. Forward sitting. And then from here, we're going to go directly into T pose. So we're going to open back up, looking at that right hand. Breathing. Good. Right hand to the pole, left hand back, looking back at that left hand, elbow down. Breathing. Good. Now we're going to come back. We're going to bring our back to the pole, reverse sitting lotus pose. Reverse sitting lotus. At the end, we stretch our hands up, looking up at the sky. We're coming to the end of our little mini session here. And you should already be feeling more flexible and more open. Good. Now we're going to take the hands down. We're going to stretch these hands on the back of our thighs. So you're going to push it down. This is just giving your hands a little bit more stretch right before the end. Breathing. Every part of our body has been stretched out. Coming into sitting pose, shaking it out. Shaking your hands, shaking your feet. Breathing. Good. Shake it all out. Good. And at the end of our session, we can sit in meditation. You can go on, you can journal. I always like to pause before we go on for the rest of our day and let these poses really soak in and really sit in the alignment of what we've just created. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how many kids you have, and it doesn't matter how much you weigh, and it doesn't matter how much space you have. Polistic pole yoga can be done at home by anybody. There's 52 poses all on the ground, and they can all be modified to meet you right where you're at. We have the Polistic Yoga Academy, where we have polers from around the world joining us on the inside, and I'm going to drop that link down below. So if you'd like to join us for full sessions, that's where you can do it. And we also go live weekly, so you definitely want to get in that community. I'm also going to leave a full session below as your gift today. It's a $97 value. It's a stretch into shape session from the Polistic Yoga Academy. And again, I'll link that down below for you. You can get the poster or the pole yoga guide on polisticyoga.com, and I'll leave that link down below for you as well. Be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you stay up to date with all the tutorials that I'm posting right here every week for free so that you can be in the best shape of your life. I truly believe you have every right to live your best life here and now, no matter what you've been through or no matter where you're at in your life. You deserve to feel and look your best every day. Thanks for meeting me here, and I'll see you next time. Namaste at the pole.